Hey, it's Captain Matt here with the Lighting Trade School podcast. As always, we've got Glow Show Shane, which is what his name says, but we know him all as Glow Daddy Shane Duffy. How are you, brother?
What's up, man? I'm good. Yeah, it's been a really good January. It's been
Awesome.
great. So yeah, I'm great.
Sweet. And of course, we have the godfather of landscape lighting, Nate, the Illuminator. Nate,
All
you
right,
are
guys.
clearly, I know that scene. I know that backdrop. That is the desert compound. That is where actually me and Shane and a few other lighting guys for sure are going to be. I think in about 2 weeks' time. You up there for long at the compound?
Today's Wednesday. It's exactly 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
I think
February
exactly 2
4th or
weeks.
something.
I
Yeah.
can't. I came down last night really just to make a list of things that I need to do to get finished finalizing and being prepared. Right.
yeah.
So yeah, came down. It's beautiful down here. Weather's great. It's nice to visit here. I haven't been down here for a couple months, so it's bitching. Love it.
Awesome.
Love being down here.
Yeah. And for you guys that don't know, every Super Bowl, around the Super Bowl, Nate invites some of his personal friends and some lighting guys out to all hang out, talk shop, but really have fun out riding UTVs, being crazy. So I know I'm excited. This is the first time in, I think, 3 years we've got two new lighting guys that were
Yeah.
invited. So that's badass.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but I guess that's my backyard. If you can see the backdrop back there of the desert.
Yeah. Yeah. We can see it.
So yeah, it's so I mean, for anybody that doesn't know California, it's a crazy state. Um but
No.
but but no, the California is so diverse as far as the geographical landscape. We have the desert an hour and a half away. We have the ocean 20 minutes away. We have obviously the redwoods 4 or 5 hours away. It's crazy how I have snow 2 hours from my house, the desert 2 hours from the house, the ocean a half hour from the house. It's crazy what we have in California.
It is wild. Yeah. For those that have never been ATVing in the desert, right? I never even knew there's a term desert rat, but yeah, there's desert rats. But that is like the funnest thing in the world. I look forward to it every single year. And Nate's, we call it the desert compound, is just right in the middle of the desert. Like we literally drive our ATVs right into the desert. There's no getting on site. It's just boom, it's right there. Super badass.
Yeah. Speaking of California, if you've never seen it, we have the Three Amigos training, which is live. It's in San Marcos area. You fly into San Diego. It's going to be me, Shane, and Nate, hands on, 3 days with an extra badass, real demos, real installs. It is advanced. Check out lightingtradeschool.com. We still have maybe two openings left that we'll take on. After that, goodbye. And that's the end of February. All right.
Yeah, pretty maxed out.
Yeah. Today's call, we're going to talk about client gifting. And real quick, what does that mean, right? Of course, there's gifts you can give for Christmas time, which is a one-time event, right? Every Christmas. And then there's the gifts that you can do on the closeout, if you will, right? You finish a job, and then there is something in your process where the client gets a gift. We were talking about that on the Illuminati Lounge Club call just a little bit ago. And we're going to talk about in the podcast now, kind of share what we've done in the past, share what we're excited to try, and kind of just jump into it. So I guess let me first ask Nate, quick question, client gifts on the closeout, right? When job is finished, have you, when you were a full-time lighting guy in terms of field guy, did you always do a client gift, or was this something that you tried, you didn't like? Just quick overview of that.
Well, I don't remember when I did it, but I 100% did it. For me, and I think, whenever I figured out, being at a trade show or whatever, maybe business cards, how you dress, you want to be memorable. So that brought into where my client gifts were. I wanted to be memorable, long lasting, and I wanted to involve around lighting. So those are the things that mandated what I would give them, and obviously there was an evolution to where maybe I gave them a box of candy or some stupid thing, or, I mean, nothing is stupid when you give a gift, for God's sakes. But so for me, the best gifts were things that, it would represent lighting. So we would at some point when the cameras developed and when we could get the megapixels up, we would give them a canvas painting, which is super easy now. Costco, Shutterfly, whatever, fucking Google. You just take a picture, upload it, and you can put it on a canvas painting and frame it, and that's what we would do. So maybe it would cost $200 to $400, and that would be so badass. 24 by 36. And they would hang it, person deliver it. They would hang it in their office, whether office in their house. What I would prefer to be office, where their workplace, so other people would see it. Put a little glow, gold plate on it, real easy to do. To where hey, it was lighting portrait, whatever the year was, the presidents. So that was really good. Love that. We'd also do a yard sign, and we would call it like whatever their last name was. My last name is Mullen, so Mullen National Park. Put that in the yard, in the backyard, typically, right? So for me, those were the two main things that I did. And obviously you would do wine. We'd put label on a wine, perhaps, and different little things. But it was those two gifts that were my absolute favorite. Besides giving a Shutterfly book, which sometimes wouldn't do it all the time. The job would have to warranty it, $200-300 light job. We would start a process to where when we take photos of the demo, take photos of the install, take photos of the adjustment, take photos of the install, put copies of the as-built in the Shutterfly book. And that was super, super, super badass too, because those people would put
that would be pretty badass. Hard to scale, but man, on the right client, good Lord, I'd be a badass.
Well, it was a lot of work. I mean, when I say a lot of work, the hardest thing is just to remember to take the photos, right?
Yeah.
But it's cheap, $1,500 for the Shutterfly book, but they would literally put that book on their coffee room table. Matter of fact, if I remember, I'll make a note. I'll bring I'll show you guys at a seminar. I'll show you some of the books. They're at the office, so it's easier.
Yeah, badass.
I can show you some of the document books that we would do.
How about you, Shane? What have you done for gifting that has made your clients, trigger like oh shit, that's pretty awesome. Thanks.
So there is a book that I read called Giftology. Super good book, and it talks about just the science behind gifting, and then using gifting your marketing dollars to gift your current customers to get referrals rather than getting non-organic customers or whatever. So it was a really good book. And in the book, he talked a lot about how one of his favorite gifts was to get like a Cutco knife, like a really expensive knife, $100+ knife, and engrave it like with their last name or something that was important to them. So I've done that several times, but more so a couple to some clients, but also just some industry people that just helped me out along the way or mentored me. I remember getting there's a guy's Precision Pro Wash, and I put cut with precision, and I gave him a knife and everything just because he helped me out. And they keep that forever, and their wives. One thing the book says is don't put glow geeks. Don't brand your own thing. Make it something very personal to them that they're going to feel proud of. Not a mug with your name on it. Even though it's not a bad idea, but it's just not personalized. So I love that Nate's always talked about pictures and printing pictures and books. So we do that as well. I've never done it consistently, to where it's part of our system. And that this year is one of our goals, is to make it systematized so every customer gets one. Get one of these. We're talking about gifting a box that's worth $50 to $75. So we've got two different scenarios that we're going to give away. And I can get into that too, but that wasn't your question at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's badass. I agree. Taking pictures is the hardest part for me. Not only just remembering to take them, because I get lost, right? I get out there, I get excited. I love lighting. So I have someone outside looking at lighting with me, talking about the lighting. It can be very easy for me to forget, hey, Matt, you should take some pictures. And then I'm just not good, right? I forget to wipe the phone. So there's smudge marks on my pictures. At one point, a year or two into lighting, I don't think anyone believed they even did lighting because there wasn't even a picture to prove it. So, exaggerating, obviously.
So not to interrupt you, but I think this is hilarious about how stupid I am, and maybe we all are. I bought those damn Ray-Ban glasses for $400, which are super bitchin' that take photos. I even bought the good ones that go from daytime to nighttime or daytime to sunny. Okay,
Go.
I still don't remember to take photos. So I wish they would have an app that you would just say, when I get out of the car and go to wherever I'm at, start taking photos.
You can't say. I mean, they are like voice activated. Like, hey, Meta, start recording.
Well,
I mean, you could do
I
something,
know,
right?
I know. And
But
it
you
would
don't
be
I
remember.
used those glasses the first 2 days. I made a bunch of videos. They look pretty in my purse, but
Hey,
you know.
the other thing I want to mention is when you said, Shane, that you would give the Cutco knives, and I like that, a cut above the best or cut above the precision, whatever you could spin that with several different ways. I thought that was really good until I heard that you said, yeah, I always give away people that mentored and people that I respected.
No, here we go.
I would just give the knife away to those people. Yeah, I guess I don't even get a dull fucking butter knife is all I gotta say.
He brought you a plastic knife. He's gonna write Nate on it.
He's got up with a Sharpie. It won't even be a liquid metal pen. It'll be a Sharpie that just wears off, right?
Well, clearly neither one of us have helped this guy at all one time in our lives, so it's good to know.
It's just it's just
That
really good
is
to
right.
know.
What a jab. What a jerk off.
What I mean,
Everyone but me gets a cool knife from Shane.
I actually got something really cool from Shane this year. It's the 12 like fucking rules of success. So literally fucking rules of success.
No, I did give Nate cool trunk glasses. It wasn't cool because he gave me the exact same cup.
isn't that awesome? Yeah, they're both the same idea.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Nate did the whole. It's in the mail to me, Matt, with those.
Oh, glasses. You never did get it, Matt? Ever?
Never.
Well, I figured you did because when we talked 9 months ago, I asked you and you said you didn't, and you were going to check. I figured, well, you must have got them and found them because that's ridiculous.
Hopefully somebody got them and are really enjoying them. That's all that matters, right? So, talking about branding and all that, like so Shane, when you're talking about giftology and giving that knife, it didn't say Glow Geeks on it. So, but do you give a basket, or would you give a basket with some branded things in it as well? But then the main shining light is not really branded type of deal.
No, I wouldn't. Me personally, I just wouldn't. I mean, maybe if I bought 100 mugs and they're Glow Geeks, I mean, maybe I would give them away because people use mugs, or something of that. But I think if you're giving a rich person something, like, it should be something that like really means something to them, something that a picture of their home is going to hang on the wall, and it doesn't say Glow Geeks on it, right? It says the Mullen Mansion 2026 or something that's like them. Like, I'll put my name on the back or something so if they wanted to look one day.
Maybe I misunderstood what you said on the call then, because I thought you were going to do that. Plus, you were talking about like this card thing for like a referral source and things like that. Is that not part of the gift, or you just consider that?
So it is. So there's two gifts I was going to do. So when I call it a signature Glow Geek install, which is where you do everything that I said, like that I would want to do. You just agree with it. You like my design. You can go all out. There are some customers we do right. They're like, no. We need to bring it down to this budget number. And I don't do like my signature Glow Geeks install. I don't want to take pictures of that. I don't want to blow it up. I don't want to put it in their office. So like I wouldn't do the picture thing. When I do the picture thing, I'm going to print it. Nate says the canvas prints, which are cool. I did a bunch of those. I used to take one for every time my wife and I went on vacation. We got a wall of those canvas prints. Like, it's cool. But like the ones that I like the best, they're printed like on like acrylic. So it's like really swanky looking, or metal rather than the canvas. I think those just look cleaner. And they probably didn't have those 20 years ago when Nate was doing it. So there's that is like the one gift. The other one would be a wine bottle that is labeled Glow Geeks, which I guess, right? That's like me giving a Glow Geeks thing, contradictory to what I just said. but the custom wine, Nate even had a better one where he said he's making a custom bottle, that you could put whiskey or vodka in, and it has a light at the bottom. Like, I would totally do that instead. And then a custom bag, that's got a small Glow Geeks print. Like the whole thing isn't Glow Geeks, but it's in like a canvas tool bag that they will probably keep around for years to come.
Awesome.
So those are two different.
So I want to, when you said, got it. We love signaturing our jobs. They do everything we do. Super great. Now, but let's just say that they don't, because, they didn't do the left or right side, but they did the front of the home, which I know that you did a 22 light job recently, which was super badass. And it's a number 10, hit it out of the park. And I'm assuming
it's 22 in the front of the home. Like it's a 50 light job, but yes.
Well, yeah, 22 in the front, which is, but probably, maybe the left side or the right side then. So my point is you could still take a really good photo of the front of the home that would represent a kick-ass signature job, right? Even though it wasn't a signature job because they didn't do the front, they didn't do the entry, they didn't do the pillars, they didn't do the side yard, who cares? But at least you could give them, because everybody, as we all know, is proud of their home. Whether you're rich or poor, you stay vacation, you don't do anything, but you love your home. And a lot of times those people are more more normal people on a 22 light job are more proud of their home than a 300 light job because they have 5 homes. So a lot of times those smaller jobs get you so many referrals, and they're so proud of that photo that photo gets you jobs. Because the thing I like about the photo more than anything is I always had a saying, 1 job gets me 3. So if I could give something that was memorable and they would hang up on a wall and their friends come over and see that photo, especially in the daytime in an office, they're like, oh my God, that's fucking badass. Oh yeah, Glow Geeker did it. And that's the most, it's the best thing I've ever done. Blah, 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 blah. They end up selling jobs for you versus, and I love the knife idea, don't get me wrong, but the knife doesn't fucking sell you as many jobs as that canvas photo will. So on a greed part of it and a selfish interest to get myself to work, I like the idea that they can represent what I do, right?
The picture on the wall, if it's big, if it's professional, if it's a great picture, they will put it on their wall and it will be there forever. It'll go to their next home. Yeah, it has longevity.
Well, and we know that if that, say, iPhone, if it looks good on the iPhone, you can print it out on your computer. If it looks good there, it's going to look, as long as you got the megapixels, it's going to look good, right? I'm confident of that now, right? So, but anyway.
So for gifts, I like badass. I totally agree with all that. I think one thing we even talked about, right, is the scalability of it and making sure it's in a process that we actually follow. Like we just talked about, we forget to take pictures and things like that. So the best gift ideas, you need to make sure that you are actually going to execute them or hire someone that is going to execute them. Because guess what? A brownie in the mail every single time is better than, hey, randomly I gave the person a bottle of wine and a photo of their house, right? So, make sure you have a process to actually get it done, because I absolutely love the glass. I call them glass pictures. Obviously, you just told me it was acrylic. I believe you. I didn't know that. You see them in hotels and shit like that. They look awesome. Love it. And I would love to make it a thing. And so I'm already in my head thinking, can I make sure this actually happens though? Because I'll do it once for sure. But can I make sure that I actually going to follow through? Because a 22 light job or a 300 light job, yeah, that's talking about marketing to your network, because their friends are just like them, right? But no matter what sphere, they liked lighting, they had the money for their job, whatever job size that was. Typically, their network is going to be similar. So I just want to throw that out there. Right?
Well, I think that's probably a great topic for another podcast we could spend the whole time on. What's the process of making sure you dot your T's and dot your I's and cross your T's to make sure you finish everything? Now, whether it be a final adjustment, giving a gift, right? Finding out where the GFI is, doing an as-built. What is the process to make sure you complete the job in its entirety, right? Without walking away? Because I would tell you the fault I see from everybody all the time, it doesn't matter if it's outdoor lighting or maybe plumbing, it's the lack of the ability to finish, right? Someone doesn't sweep the fucking sidewalk up when they come over and they do something at my house. Well, that just shows lousy process, not caring, whatever, right? So yeah, how do you finish the job?
Yeah. I think that would be a great topic and to go through and everything. So, one of the things, I do for branding for my gifts have always been, I do cigars, I do bottles of rum. The cigars are wrapped with Captain Matt. The rum is not. I have my business card is the, fancier one. It's like this little token. It's like a gold coin. It says my name and phone number on it. It's heavy. It's like a challenge coin. Stands out. But that's branded stuff. So, that's just, if I meet someone on the street and I think they're someone I want to talk to, handing them this gift, this is almost a gift, right? It's the law of, you give someone something, they're going to want to call you back, all that stuff. So, anyways, I do love the picture idea, and I'm going to figure out if I can make that happen in my process. And then we can talk about how I either did or how I fucked it all up a few months from now.
So, man, I love the coin idea. As you know, I have poker chips, right?
Yeah.
So, and for me, the coin that you just showed, which I love, and my poker chips, which I love, because my thought was, if you don't use me, you're gambling with your fucking job that you're doing with somebody else, right? So, but I never gave them as a gift at the end of a job. I used them at trade shows when I meet people. They don't throw that poker chip away. They don't throw that coin away. They keep that because it's memorable, right? So for me, that is a great token. Not only could be at the end, but in the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Shane, anything you were talking, but you were muted. You want to say whatever you were about to say?
I think I was commenting on your coin. Like I like the coin is something different for a business card that doesn't get thrown away. If you give me a business card, I will like immediately throw it away. Like it's impossible that I'm just going to keep it in a drawer and remember it. When I get it, I will save your number in my phone if I want to remember you. I will not keep a business card.
Yeah, for sure. And what the awesome story behind these coins is that, Emma made sure, got it all designed and everything. She sent it to me for approval. I thought she was sending for me to order it. So I ordered 500 of them. And I said, looks good, back to her. And so she thought that was my approval to order 500 of them. So I ended up getting 1,000 coins.
And so the moral of the story is you didn't get the good guy price at 1,000 because you had 2 independent orders of 500.
You're damn straight. You're right, Nate. Absolutely. You're right.
Oh my God. I know.
Yeah, whatever. They're
cool.
Anyway. It's a good story, right? That story is worth whatever the savings was.
It is.
All right, guys. So bottom line, take care of your clients. You think about all the home service all the home service people and companies you've ever hired. I know for me, there's been 2 that have given me a gift. And I don't remember the other ones. Isn't that kind of mind blowing, right? Take some time to really consider what you're giving your clients.
What are the 2 gifts that were memorable?
I got this metal toolbox with their company logo that was filled with candies and chocolates and all that. I will not throw that damn little toolbox away. It's like a metal one. It's like this. I never used it, but it sits in my garage and I see it all the time. And then the other was, what the hell was it? I don't even remember what the gift was, but I remember the company. That was the roofing guys. Whatever they gave me made me still remember them to this day, even though I've hired other roofing guys.
Yeah. So, well, obviously there's a rule. There should be the first golden rule. Make sure the gift is memorable, which it wasn't. And you hired another roofing guy. Right. So that guy's an idiot, right? That's the moral of that story.
Oh, it was drone video. It was a drone video of the whole process of the job. It was cool at the time, but I've never rewatched it.
So for me, when you said service industry, so if I have somebody repair my garage door opener, I don't care about getting a memorable gift. I really don't give a shit, right? They'll probably, if they were smart, they put their business card or a label on my interior garage door opener. So it's always there. So that's how I think of them, to call them back if I thought they did a good enough job. But we're not in the service industry. You guys have to be aware of that. We do life-changing things. So outdoor lighting done correctly is not a service changing a light bulb out. It's a lifetime experience to enjoyment, for family values, for entertainment, right? Maximum living, if you will, outside, right? So it's not a service industry. We change their life, which warrants a life-changing gift, a memorable gift.
We're in the
Right.
life-changing industry, boys.
We are. And anybody
Oh,
that
yeah,
don't think
I
that,
agree.
then you haven't been fucking taught by anybody that has a brain, right? So, because there's something about, anybody can install a light. We talk about it all the time, right? But then there's what we do. So anyway, I don't view it as a service industry, which is why it warrants a gift. We build relationships and trust, and that warrants a gift.
There you go. There you have it.
Fix
Great way to close it out right there.
Well, when Matt comes over to my house and clogs the toilet and I have to call a plumber, I don't care about getting a fucking gift. I'm just glad he unplugged the toilet.
I want a golden plunger, damn it. All right. All right, guys. Well, don't forget to check out lightingtradeschool.com, 3 Amigos training. We got 2 spots left. Someone's going to get it. Might as well be you, or you're going to be sitting home wishing you were there, because I might even remember to turn my Ray-Bans on and get a little content. Get a little content for everybody.
I'll put my Ray-Bans on and we'll film each other.
Whoa. Love it. All right, guys. Have a great week. We'll talk to you all soon.
All right, man.
Later,
Talk
guys.
to everybody.